Hello everyone, I'm so excited to help you look into the energy of the universe today. And I have some series of questions that people have posed to me that they're wanting me to ask, and I'm going to ask those questions to help them move through their lives. So I hope that this reading will resonate with you, but it is a general reading and will not resonate with every single person. But remember, the energies can be reversed, so assign the rules as you please. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can always stick around because there might be something that you need to hear. These messages are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you're brought to this channel and this reading, there's something in it for you. During this reading and all of my readings, the angels bring in the Holy Fire Reiki energy to you. If you're wanting to know why you've been feeling stuck lately or your life hasn't been moving forward in the direction that you wanted it to, there's a link at the top of the screen for that video. And I always have suggested videos at the end as well. I am doing personal readings, so check out the link in the description box down below for my website. If you like this reading or entertain in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. We are going to look into the inner child aspect. So one of the questions that came up for me that somebody wanted to know was, what is something that your inner child wants you to know? All right. And the inner child is actually your soul self. It's your intuition. It's your gifts from God. Like the way I can read these cards is because I've done a lot of inner child work, so I was able to connect in to that energy. So we're going to connect into your inner child's energy today and see what it is. And I'm going to ask for a story. So I'm just going to ask for a bunch of cards to be laid out, and I'm going to read it as a story, or read it as the way it comes out. As if your inner child is just talking to you. Like, what do they want you to know? I want to thank all the people who've already subscribed and supported me to 2,000. If you're new here, thank you for coming and checking out my channel. I want to thank you for donated, the people who have clicked on the description box and my links down there and got personal readings from me and watched ads and shared and commented and all those wonderful things. I'm going for a goal of 3,000 subscribers. If you're not yet subscribed, you'd like to, then go ahead and take a moment to do so. Thank you. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's see. I think that's good. All right, we got it. Woo! This is pretty amazing. So here we go. If your inner child had a moment to sit down with you and explain things to you, what would they say? What would they want you to work on? Let's look at that right now. So basically, the inner child is saying the whole childhood experience is supposed to bring up painful situations. Because that's how we shape our lives. It's how we shape the way we look at life. And it gives us so many different experiences. So, especially if you had a really hard, troublesome childhood, kind of like I did. At first I was really angry as I went back and looked at the childhood and was like, why couldn't I have had a childhood that was a lot easier? But through my own inner child work, I had learned that it's not supposed to be easy. If you want wisdom and knowledge, spiritual wisdom and knowledge, then you're going to want situations like that. So the inner child is saying that your pain is not supposed to control your life. It's not supposed to trap you. That is something that happens because we allow it. They're self-imposed restrictions. We are taught victim mentality, and we have self-limiting beliefs from all the turmoil that happened. But with those limiting beliefs, when you grow into understanding those, then you gain bigger and newer perspectives than you had ever had before. Now, there are some souls that come to the planet that are newer souls, and so you may look at someone's life and say, oh my gosh, that life looks so much easier than mine was. Well, that's because they didn't set up as many contractual experiences that you did. Karmic experiences that you did. They came in, they said they wanted to do just a couple of things, why they were here. Maybe, they haven't lived as many life experiences as you have. And some of you guys are so ambitious. You've done this so many times that you go, you know what? I'm going to go get the most bang out of my buck. I'm going to have the worst childhood ever. You know what I mean? And I'm going to gain as much wisdom and knowledge as I can. So the inner child is saying that he or she had strength and got through it. So why are you letting it damage your life right now? The inner child persevered. I did it. Why can't you? That's what the inner child is saying. The inner child is expressing that they had courage. They had compassion for themselves. Yeah, they had self-doubt, but they were young. Yeah, they showed raw emotion. Well, they were young. Let's see where this is going. All right, so the King of Swords. The inner child is saying to you, it's time to be intellectual about this. Stop attaching to the emotional sadness, the emotional discontentment, the emotional judgment. It's not about that. It's about looking at it and observing your life and being intellectual about it and logical about it. That way you can make good that way you can make good judgments about what happened. And then you can take charge of your life today. Don't live in the anguish and despair of the inner child. Because really, the inner child didn't live every moment of their life in that anguish and despair, no matter how crappy their lives were. If you ever looked at children, some children are so resilient. Not some, all children. They just go on with life. They have no choice. You know what I mean? They don't get all bent out of shape and stay in the vibration and stay in the emotion and say, I don't really think that we actually attach to that until, I don't know, I want to say like 16, 17, 18 years old, where we just say, or 14, 15 or something like that, after the age of 12 for sure. But I think before that, there's no real attachment. Children don't really attach to anything. If you've had children, you can see it. Like younger children, even when you yell at a child, they go, like they cry or whatever, but then like 5 minutes later, they're playing with their Legos or something. They don't care. So some of you guys are getting really stuck in the feeling that your whole childhood was crap. And I don't think so. It could have been filled with a lot of crap, but children don't see their lives like that. And sometimes like children don't know that there's anything better. So what they see is they go, oh, well, I guess this is as good as life gets. They're very optimistic. So the inner child is saying that the things that you went through were things that you set up contract-wise, soul contract-wise. You said that these were the things that you wanted to do. So why are you letting them hold back your life now? Like, why do we attach so much that we can't just say, you know what? Yeah, it's like, what I'm feeling is like they want you to make a timeline and write down all the things that have happened in your life and go through everything and just analyze it. And be like, okay, what did I learn from that? Great. Did I forgive people for that? Like, did I really forgive them? And how is that showing up in my life right now? Those are the clues. The things that show up in your life right now are the clues to the things that we're still holding on to. All right. So the inner child is saying, start looking to the future. Have a bigger perspective of what happened. And because some of the people with the worst childhoods are like the most successful people in the world. Well, how does that happen? Well, they're not getting like stuck in on their childhood. Yeah, the childhood is something that you need to vibrationally look at. Yeah, it's something that you need to understand because those lessons will keep reoccurring in your life until you pass the lesson. But that doesn't mean that you can't get through the obstacle or that you can't move past the frustration. It's about, the inner child is asking you just look ahead and keep looking at your growth and seeing how we grew from this. Because you will have victory and success. You will have the recognition for yourself and acknowledge yourself for everything that you've been through. And it'll create pride within yourself, and not all pride is bad. See, this person on the horse, they're galloping to victory. They've won the war, and they're showing off how good they feel about it. Like that can be you as well. And the other piece of that is if you want to have the divine masculine and divine feminine reunion, doesn't matter what gender these people are, if you want to be reunited or united with that aspect of yourself and the love of your life or whatever you're looking for, the thing that you really need, you've got to be able to look at the life cycles, look at your karma, look at the points in your life that were the turning points, be introspective, understand how the inner guidance has always been there for you, do some soul searching. Because that's how you're going to get the divine masculine, divine feminine connection, whether that's in yourself, whether that's in your career, whether it's a balance. So if you're looking for the balance, a balance in communication, a balance in your career, a balance in the way you see yourself, a balance socially, sexually. If you want to be more open and step into your power, well, the way to do that is through the inner child. And the inner child is saying, you have to see the illusions for what they are and move through them. It's the only way you're going to get your Ace of Cups. And that is a gift of love, the relationship that you want, the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. Even if you want to win the lottery, for some of you guys, or that's your life purpose, that's what you want, and want to win the lottery, well, there's some work that needs to be done with the inner child in order to open you up vibrationally for that to happen. If you want to live within your creativity and you want your life to flourish and appreciate every moment, you got to look at the illusions. You got to be able to understand that we live in a virtual reality and we make of it what we want to make of it. And we have all the power in the world. And as long as we live in despair and self-doubt and judgment of others and ourselves, then we're not going to be able to access that energy for the personal closure that you're looking for, to integrate everything that you learned within this lifetime and other lifetimes that you've already had. I want to see what your inner child has to think about the biggest theme here on Earth to help you. Maybe we can get an advice card too. This is just the inner child perspective. The child who already lived all that pain, if they could talk to you today, what would they say? What is some more information we can gain from this? It's about change, bringing peace into your heart through your imagination. Letting go of denial and guilt, trusting yourself. Through the experiences of adversity. That's gorgeous. I love that. So once again, it's change, bringing peace into the heart through the imagination and understanding that everything is through the imagination. Getting rid of denial and guilt. Trusting yourself. That when other adversities come, that you know you'll be able to handle it and that you've gained enough experience with this lifetime that you can do it. You're a big boy or big girl, okay? Let's get some advice. As long as you let your past hold you back, then nothing will come of your life that's new. As the past is old energy, it's not the change, it's not the transition. As long as you live in the old vibration, you will keep getting old vibrational results. So nothing will come of that. And your job here is to show the world who you really are and stop hiding. And confidence is your key to success. Knowing your worth. Trusting yourself. All right, guys. If you like this reading or entertain in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. If you want to know about the love reading that I just did and you're interested in that, it could be about choice as well in your career, but mostly it's about love. But you can check that out on the screen right here. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.